Check.
Check. All good. Thank you. Bisa. Ya. Yang nanti 1 menit aja. Thank you. Check. Actually 30 second aja. Thank you. Check. All good. Nanti di replay waktu masuk aja ya. Thank you. Oke. Cek, cek.
Cek. Cek, oke. Oke, pertama-tama izinkan saya menyapa dengan kepercayaan saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat kita semua, selamat pagi. Semua yang sudah hadir di BRI Indonesia Kopi Event 2022. Dan sekarang hari keempat, di mana di arena IBC dan arena IBRC nanti sudah masuk ke babak final. Tepuk tangan buat semua yang ada di sini. Luar biasa. Waduh. Energi yang sangat positif ini luar biasa. Jadi buat para sobi kopi yang lagi-lagi belum sempat untuk menemani atau datang di arena BRI Indonesia Kopi Event 2022 ini bisa langsung menyaksikan via YouTube channel. Untuk IBC bisa lihat di SCAI dan untuk IBRC bisa lihat di merahputih.com seperti itu. Dan untuk peserta pertama di babak final ini sudah sangat bersedia. Mungkin kameranya bisa melihat preferensinya dulu. Saya minta nama-namanya boleh? Oke, jadi sekali lagi selamat datang, selamat menyaksikan untuk IBC di BRI Indonesia Coffee Event 2022 di babak final hari Jumat tanggal 29 Juli 2022. Jadi buat para sobi-sobi kopi yang ingin menyaksikan, sekali lagi kita undang untuk hadir ke arena BRI Indonesia Coffee Event 2022 atau bisa melalui kanal YouTube SCAI dan merahputih.com seperti itu. Dan tidak lupa juga saya mau berterima kasih untuk sponsor-sponsor yang sudah melakukan kolaborasi yang sangat epik nih, luar biasa. Jadi mau terima kasih dulu untuk sponsor IBC, Barista Attitude Tempesta oleh Bon Cafe, Astoria oleh PT Kreasi Tanpa Batas, sponsor susu oleh Burg Farm, sponsor grinder espresso oleh Maitos by Tovin, water filter oleh BWT by Tovin, official water by Crystalline. Langsung saja di station 1 sudah sangat siap. Yessylia Violin dari Common Ground. Tepuk tangan dulu dong. Wis. Dan akan didampingi langsung saja kita sambut Dewan Juri untuk mendampingi Yessylia.
Hello. Hello.
Untuk head judge Caca.
Hello. Good morning.
Technical 1, Siva Raja. Technical 2,
Halo.
Iwan. Untuk sensory judge, Vito, Nicholas, Lydia, John, dan shadow judge, Angelo. Judges silakan.
Great. Comfortable? All good? Can I have my music, please? Thank you. Time. Hi, it's really great to finally see you guys again here. Now recently, I have been greatly inspired by the virtue of human resilience. We all know that this last couple of years has been a really tough time for lots of us. There are many issues going on around us. They're affecting our industry in a lot of ways. We are experiencing a series of climate challenges. Now together, we also went through a global pandemic. All this has been really challenging for us, but each and every time, our resilience prevails. We adapt, and together we find solution. So today, I really like to share with you the story that has inspired me. Example of strength and resilience from further abroad to here, closer to home. Now in front of each of you, I've prepared a tablet to guide you through our story today. Starting from the first section, if you could please swipe the tablet in front of you to the left side. Now over there is a story from our friends in Colombia. They are experiencing a series of climate challenges. They're altering their harvest volume and even the taste of their coffee. But they know they needed to do something in order to improve the situations. So what did they do? The National Coffee Research Center decided to work together with local coffee producer, the Herrera family. Together, they decided to design a new cultivar. These cultivar, they started with self-pollinating Caturra, and then they crossed with Timor. Now, Caturra is known for disease-resistant cultivar. However, combining with Timor hybrid, it has mediocre taste even though it's high-yielding. So what can they do in these situations? Upon tasting it, they decided to recross this cultivar with Ethiopian lines such as Sudan Rume and Filasarchi. Now, after generations of experimenting, they finally found what they call as the Mandela cultivar. Now, this cultivar is one of the example of human resiliency. This cultivar is a high disease-resistant cultivar with acidity that is very similar to its Ethiopian line and brown body from its Timor heritage. The best part is it is 20% more yielding than its 100% Arabica counterpart. Now the coffee was then put in an anaerobic environment and dried as natural. So to fully enhance the fruity characteristic, I decided to dose 21 grams of coffee to yield 43 grams of espresso in about 28 seconds. Now please hold on from tasting it. These espressos has medium to high sweetness. They'll remind you of Thai mango. The acidity is vibrant. It's medium to high. It will remind you of passion fruit. Now, it has brown and juicy mouthfeel. It also has chocolate-coated orange aftertaste that has a medium bitterness. Now, the flavor that you'll find in these cups, they're Thai mango, passion fruit, and chocolate orange. Before you enjoy this espresso, please stir 10 times to enjoy it, and you can put the spoon back to where you find it. Please enjoy. Now when you're ready. The next story that I'd like to share with you is from our home, Indonesia. Now, if you could please swipe the tablet in front of you to the left side to follow this story. Here in Indonesia, we have our own set of climate challenges. Diseases are widely spread, and we do not have the same genetic diversity that Colombia had. What we have here is a commonly found cultivar that is very similar to this Katimor hybrid called Kartika. Now, Kartika is high yielding, however, it tastes mediocre. So we know we need to do something different in order to improve this coffee. What can we do? A group of coffee processors decided to work together with coffee scientists in order to solve this issue through post-harvest processing method. They figured out a way to isolate a specific yeast strain from the coffee from the coffee cherry to be reintroduced back to the coffee fermentations. Now this allows more esters in fermentations, which will later on give us more floral and also fruity flavor precursor. Now the best part is, the fermentations was done in full control so they can engineer the flavor that they want. The coffee that you're about to enjoy comes from Mount Kintamani in Bali. Grow at high elevations of 15 to 1600 meters above sea level, the coffee cherry is packed with sugar content, hence the sweetness in the cup. So in order to extract the full potential of this coffee, I decided to dose 22.5 grams of coffee to later yield 35 grams of espresso, and I'll be using 150 ml cup for more balance in the cup. Now, as a coffee professional, I understand that I also need to be resilient in order to improve our Indonesian coffee. So I choose to do something different with the milk that I'm preparing today. Now, to follow the story on how I prepare this milk, please swipe the tablet one more time to the left, and I'll be right back with you. Thank you so much for waiting. Now, as I hand this out, please wait for my instruction before you enjoy this beverage. As you can see on the screen in front of you, here in Indonesia, we have a mediocre taste of milk because of a limited types of cow's breed that is available. So I choose to use a rotary evaporator to prepare this milk in a different way. Basically, I put fresh milk into a vacuum chamber, and this chamber is rotating inside 40 degrees Celsius water bath. This allows me to concentrate the milk without changing so much the flavor of the milk. Now, it would also give me a creamier and sweeter milk. Combining with this coffee will give us a perfect balance in a cup. Now, I believe that this milk beverage is one of the example of resilience, working together, of improving our Indonesian coffee. So to fully enjoy this milk beverage later on, please take at least 2 sips. On your first sip, you will find notes of salted caramel. Please wait for my instruction. Salted caramel, followed by vanilla cookie. Now your second sip. The flavor will transform into butter cookie and milk chocolate. Now, please enjoy this milk beverage. Now, the last story that I'd like to share with you, it's something that has inspired me personally and affecting most of us here. Recently, our industry has been impacted greatly by the global pandemic. We have to show our resilience in order to survive. Now, throughout this difficult time, I saw many specialty cafe scene resorted into selling ready-to-drink iced milk coffee, or what we know as kopi susu. Now, this drink was looked down by many of us in the industry. However, I now realize that this drink was one of our saving grace during this difficult time. So my signature beverage today is a representation of our resilience in a form of that elevated ready-to-drink iced milk coffee. Now to follow the recipe, please one more time swipe the tablet in front of you to the left side. Here, I have 4 shots of the Bali Kintamani that are made by using 23 grams of coffee to yield 40 grams of espresso in about 27 seconds. Now I pour this over whiskey rock to let it cool down without further dilution. The next ingredients is to enhance our espresso dominance I've prepared from the same coffee, cold brew with 1:5 coffee to water ratio overnight. Now, the next ingredients, it's something to represent our resilience. It is a fermented figs. Now, figs are incredibly resilient. However, it doesn't have much taste, just like the Timor hybrid. So I decided to use the same yeast strain from the coffee cherry to ferment these figs in a controlled environment, and the result is fruitier and also sweeter taste of fruits. Then I made reduction using 1 part sugar to 2 part fermented figs, and today we use 30 ml of this. The next one is the fermented yellow fruits that are made out of using equal part of yellow peach and also cantaloupe, ferment with baker's yeast for 48 hours. Now combining this fermented yellow fruit today with my coffee will give us a transformative flavor of passion fruit. And I decided to use 50 ml of this today. The next one is strawberry coulis. Now strawberry is one of my favorite fruit. So I decided to turn this strawberry coulis with 1 part strawberry to 1 part sugar, cook with 5% balsamic vinegar for deeper layer flavor. And combining this with my coffee today will give us a transformative flavor of guava. Next one is the milk itself. Just like the ready-to-drink iced milk coffee, milk is one of the main ingredients. So I decided to use 50 ml of the same milk that you had for your milk beverage today. Now when you receive this drink, I'd like you to take at least 3 sips, swirling vigorously in between your sips, and on your first sip, you will find notes of aroma of bergamot, followed by notes of guava and also grape candy. Now on your second sip, it will turn to that passion fruit with orange-like flavor. Lastly, the flavor will transform into caramel candy with that similar texture that will remind you when you drink ready-to-drink iced milk coffee. Now lastly, I'm pouring Earl Grey tea that are made out of 1 part Earl Grey to 5 part water over this dry ice here. This will create a fog. Now for me, this fog represents our trial and difficulty during this hard time. However, just like this fog, it will all dissipate and left us with a beautiful sense of content, which today will be represented by the bergamot aroma that will be left in your glass later on. I'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. Now please enjoy. For me, resilience is so much more than just about surviving. It is also about bouncing back and being able to thrive at the new adapted stage. Resilience is the most important key in improving our Indonesian coffee. Thank you so much for your time with me today. That's my time.
Masuk lagi bangsat.
boleh minum nggak? Jaga-jaga. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Oke, telah selesai di station 1 untuk penampil pertama di